We've got Monday Night Football tonight, Bears fans, so I'm going to give you a preview of the game, give you my prediction, and I want to speak with you about your prediction in the comments below. So let's get this thing started right now. If you are new to the channel, please like the video, please subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports weekly. We don't want you to miss a thing, so make sure that you hit that bell, and also make sure to enter the Love for Love giveaway for a chance to win one of these lovely Chicago Bear heads that you see behind me, made by Martinelli Originals. They make all kinds of logos. You can also check them out in the link in my description below. So we got Bears versus Rams, a huge game for honestly both teams, because I believe if the Bears go 6-1, if they come in to the Coliseum and they're able to put the Rams away, I think it'll solidify a lot of things in the minds of Bears fans who have come out and said that this team isn't for real. You know, when you set yourself up at 6-1, you know you're doing something right. I don't care how it looks. And then as well for the Rams, a pretty big game because, you know, they're getting a lot of the same arguments that the Bears have gotten. You know, their only wins have come against the NFC East, so they're trying to solidify themselves as a team as well. So I think we're going to see a nice little slugfest. I don't know how high scoring the game is going to be. When I look at this matchup, you know, of course, you've got Aaron Donald on that other side who's going to look to cause a lot of havoc. And you got Jalen Ramsey. But other than that, a lot of the names on this defense really don't put fear into me. Now, the problem is the one name that does put fear into me, being Aaron Donald, is going to wreck that Chicago Bears offensive line. I mean, it's not even a slight at the Bears offensive line. That's just what he does. You know what I'm saying? Like that could be viewed as I'm putting the Bears offensive line down, which I could be doing that too. But in all honesty, Aaron Donald is just a monster, and I don't think there's an offensive line in this league that has found a way to slow him down. But your best bet to slowing him down, get this running game going. Get this running game going. The Chicago Bears have struggled to run the ball all season, really haven't made a huge commitment to it. We saw it a lot in the first 3 games. These last 3, I mean, they tried to get Montgomery going versus one of the worst run defenses in the NFL, and it just didn't happen for him. It just did not happen for him. Montgomery ends up only putting up 56 yards, and it was an abysmal day running the ball, as it has been for the past 3 weeks. To me, the Bears have to come in here with the game plan offensively of get the ball going on the ground as quickly as possible and try to get something going vertical down the field. I understand that Matt Nagy's using those short little side lateral throws to try and emulate a run game. It's just not working out, though. You know what I'm saying? Now maybe the Rams are the team that it does work out on, because to me, that you look at their past stats, you look at a lot of their stats, really inflated to me, really inflated because of the teams they've played. I think they're a very, very beatable team. If you attack them vertically, and we've seen that in the 2 games that they've lost versus the San Francisco 49ers and versus the Buffalo Bills. Both teams attack them vertically down the field. They were really able to go at that top 5 pass defense. And when you look at the rest of the games, you see, oh, okay, there really wasn't a quarterback playing in this game. So to me, that has to be a key to what the Chicago Bears do. You attack this team vertically down the field and get this run game going. You know, I could sit here and say the offensive line has to get going, but I think that's a given. I think we all understand that at this point. It's not something that's going to be fixed overnight. You know, I said in my last video why the Chicago Bears should not make moves at the trade deadline. It's not going to be fixed by bringing in one piece that you trade draft picks for. This line is just not something that's really going to be turned over overnight, and so we're going to see what we're going to see tonight. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to see it against one of the best to ever do it. Before we continue with the video, I want to know your thoughts. What's your prediction for tonight's game? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with each and every one of you. And when we look at the defensive side, listen, this is the Bears' bread and butter. This is the defensive team. This is the team that gets after you defensively. This is a team that's going to put the boom on you. I'm looking at you, Kyle Fuller. Take somebody out. That's all I'm saying. not injure them, but you know what you do. Yeah, defensively, I think we're seeing a team that defensively is getting better and better and better. Big increments better week by week. Jalen Johnson is getting so much of an understanding of how these NFL offenses are running things. I mean, they really attacked him last week, and he had some bad moments. He had some good moments, but for the most part, I'd say that he was able to hold his own, and he looked more good than bad from what I saw. This front seven has to get after you. And if you put the pressure on Jared Goff, because they're going to try their best to get this run game going. That's how they protect Jared Goff. They're able to get the run game going, kind of the same plan that the Bears are probably going to need to utilize. If they're able to get this run game going, you're really going to have trouble shutting down the Rams offense. Not saying that it is a dominant offense, but when they're able to get this run game going, it makes things easier for Jared Goff and gives him more confidence standing back there, gives him more time, because you have to pay attention to that run game. So we have to shut down the run game in this game to make Jared Goff be a quarterback. When I look at Jared Goff, not a big believer in him, not gonna lie, just never have been really. I think that he's an okay quarterback. I think he's overpaid, absolutely. And so when I look at him standing on the other side of Khalil Mack, Robert Quinn, Akeem Hicks, Roquan Smith, Bilal Nichols, I'll throw in there, because and Brent Urban, those are guys who've been able to get into the backfield. We're gonna need to see a lot out of that front, because to me, shutting down the run game, getting that pocket to close in on Jared Goff is really going to affect him. He's not a guy who's going to be able to process that information that quickly and make the right decision. And I think that's when the interceptions will be able to come in. Maybe we'll finally, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say this is finally the game. Eddie Jackson gets his pick six run back, and it's not called back for a penalty. I'm going to say that this will finally be the game on Monday Night Football tonight. I think defensively this team is going to be able to get after the Rams. I could see this being another game where Jalen Johnson is a big game. Kyle Fuller is able to hold things down, making the passing game even harder on Jared Goff, and giving the front seven enough time for them to get to him. I think it's going to be a long night for Jared Goff. Jared Goff's numbers versus the Chicago Bears are abysmal. I believe in his 2 appearances versus us, he has yet to throw a touchdown. So I think that continues tonight. He might get a touchdown, maybe, but I think that his struggles versus the Bears will continue tonight. Some key things to watch out for, though. We got the injury report, the injured reserve. Sherrick McManus is out with a hamstring. Buster Screen is questionable with an ankle. Khalil Mack is questionable with a back. So those are 3 names that we hear a lot. So this defense is going to have to pick up the slack, especially if Khalil Mack does end up being out. It'll be very interesting to see how they're able to handle that. It's a very different defense without Khalil Mack, so let's hope for the best on that. And as far as the LA Rams go, really just Tyler Higbee with a hand on their side for the injury report. So as far as predictions go, I'm gonna pick the Bears. I'm going with the Bears tonight. Of course, bear down. No, I don't believe in Jared Goff versus good defense, and so with that being said, I don't think that he's gonna have the greatest of nights for him. Even in the game they won last year, he still had a horrible night. It just ended up that Mitch had a worse night. So I think that with Nick Foles behind center, even though it's going to be a lot of dinking and diving down the field, because Aaron Donald's coming quickly, I got the Bears winning this one pretty soundly, 24-13. I could see them getting a touchdown and a couple of field goals, but for the most part, I see this Bears defense being as stout as we've seen it. We're going to be able to count on it. And we've seen this offense get incrementally better week by week with Nick Foles back there, with him getting more comfortable. So I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below, what's your prediction for Monday Night Football tonight. I'll be down there talking with each and every one of you. It is your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. If you want to continue watching our content, click the links here or check the links in the description below. I am going to get up out of here. Y'all stay safe, Chicago. Peace.